The ingredients you will need are flour, sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, bananas, canola oil, salt, baking soda, and applesauce. So let's get started with our banana bread. First, we need bananas. We buy a lot of bananas, but a lot of times we can't eat them all. So I pop them in the freezer right when they're ripe, starting to speckle just a little bit. Once you put them in the freezer, they do brown, but they still are just as good. It just changes the color of them when you pop them in the freezer. So first we are going to start with 2 cups of flour. I use Namaste flour, so that seems to work well. With this recipe, a lot of times pretty much any gluten-free flour has worked, but Namaste is my personal preference because I make gluten-free bread with my Namaste. It's just a really good bread, flour. So we start with 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, there we go, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I love banana bread. My kids love banana bread. They always request banana bread. So I thought today I'll make them some banana bread. I mean, I do have a ton of bananas. So I'll probably make 3 loaves out of this. This recipe, actually you can divide it between 2 8x4 bread pans. I put mine in one big 10x5 and it works great. Okay, now we're going to set this aside and we're going to grab some bananas. So I had mine thaw a little bit. I just set them all on a plate. So the easiest way for me to do this, so I need 4 to 5 bananas. I'm going to do 4 because these are bigger bananas. So when they're soft, it's great because you don't even need to peel it. You can actually just squeeze it right out. So let's see, here's another good one. So I cut the top off. And then I can just push the banana right out. See, how's this one? This one's good. Okay. Let's see, that's 3 bananas. And 4. If you have any questions during this, just leave comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. So then you can always get my up-to-date videos. Who knows? Who knows what I'll wear next week? Okay, so now we've got 4 bananas. Okay, now we are going to add eggs. We need 4 eggs. 1, 2, oh, there's a shell. 3, and 4. Run my hands off again. Then we're going to add sugar to this. We're going to add 1 cup of sugar. So again, we just added the flour, baking soda, and salt into a bowl and then whisked that. And then we're going to add sugar, eggs, applesauce, and bananas. So it calls for a 1/2 cup of applesauce. This is what I pack in my kids' lunch. It's just the little applesauce packs. So I just squeeze in one of those. That always works good. It's not quite a half cup. It's actually, I think it's 3.17 ounces. But this is plenty of liquid for this. I've never had any problems if I had to use two. I've never had to use two. Okay. What else do we need? Okay, so now we're gonna do a 1/3 cup canola oil. Or vegetable oil, you can use vegetable oil too. So I'm gonna go with a 1/3 cup. Pour it right in there. And we're gonna go with a teaspoon of vanilla. Where's the teaspoon? Obviously gluten-free. Our family has celiac, so everything is gluten-free. Always at T-Licious Bakery, it's always gluten-free. Okay, now we're gonna whisk this up or mix it. So I've got my little mixer here. Up really nice. Even when you squish the bananas in, that works best. I'm going to go preheat my oven and I'll be right back. Okay, so I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Now I'm going to slowly add this flour mixture in. Mix it up really good. Okay, and there we go. Now I'm going to spray my move all this out of the way so you can see. I'm going to spray my 10 by 5 pan. This is what I also use to make my gluten-free bread. Okay, then we're going to spray the pan. Take a spatula, scrape down the sides. Okay. I mean, this is really easy. You really can't mess up on this one. But if you do, I can walk you through it. Okay, now we're going to pour this in here. Okay. Set this aside. Now this is ready to go in. Again, I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to put it in the oven for 45 to 55 minutes. Mine takes about an hour because I don't do two smaller pans. So let me go put this in the oven and we'll be right back. So our banana bread is done. And here it is. You can see banana bread doesn't rise really high. But I'm gonna grab my rack here. And I'm gonna turn it upside down and let it continue cooling. So there you have it, banana bread. I'm going to leave it like this cooling because if I flip it over, I like that this gets all hard and crusted. That's my favorite part. So I'm going to leave it like this and let it cool. And then to store it, you can just wrap it up. I usually wrap it up in wax paper, set it in a Ziploc bag, and then I just refrigerate it. If you have any questions, comment below and don't forget to subscribe. And leave me a comment on something that you'd like to see a tutorial on, and I'll give it a shot. Okay, have a great day. Bye. We're making banana bread today.